begin with a developing situation involving our RT correspondent. We have just received reports that RT correspondent Steve Sweeney and his cameraman have been wounded in southern Lebanon yesterday. According to our information, an Israeli aircraft fired a missile at the vehicle as they were crossing a bridge near a military base. We're relieved to report that both are conscious as they have since received initial treatment for their shrapnel wounds, and this is now his follow-up as we are receiving further updates on Steve's condition as medical care continues. Go ahead, Steve.
We've been treated in hospital for our injuries. I had a shrapnel wound in my arm, deeply embedded in the muscle here. That's been taken out, and here it is in this pot here. But what I do want to say is that this was a deliberate, targeted attack on journalists. There's no mistake about it. This was an Israeli precision strike from a fighter jet. What we were doing was we were reporting on the attacks on bridges, which is effectively severing South Lebanon from the rest of the country. 1 million people now internally displaced. This is the real story. It's not about us coming under attack as journalists. What we're seeing now and what we were reporting on is this plan for Israel to ethnically cleanse the south of Lebanon. This is without doubt an attack. This is on the scale or bigger than the scale of the Nakba. This is the forced displacement of 1 million people, which remains a war crime. And also we have to say that attacking journalists is a war crime. Attacking civilian infrastructure is a war crime. But if they think that they're going to silence us, if they think that we're going to stay out of the field, they're very, very much mistaken.
Thank you, Steve, and wishing you a speedy recovery there. As Ramadan close to the close, over 2 billion Muslims worldwide are marking the start of Eid al-Fitr today and Saturday. While millions celebrate in peace, others across the Middle East are observing the holiday under the shadow of bloody conflict and rising geopolitical tensions. Now we take you across the globe as the holy month concludes.
In Mecca, Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman joins thousands of worshippers for Eid prayers at the Grand Mosque. The service, led by Sheikh Osama Kayat, commences at 6:39 a.m. local time, marking a moment of spiritual reflection in the heart of the Islamic world. In neighboring Kuwait and the United Arab Emirates, the mood is one of gratitude despite lingering regional instability. From Kuwait City to Sharjah, massive crowds gather at dawn, seeking unity as tensions persist across the Gulf. The scene is drastically different in Jerusalem, where celebrations are met with tear gas and chaos. Israeli police clash with Palestinians gathered outside the walls of the old city as worshippers struggle to find a place for prayer. The entire old city, including the Al-Aqsa Mosque compound, remains largely sealed off by Israeli forces since the outbreak of war on February 28. Meanwhile, on the volatile Pakistan-Afghanistan border, a fragile peace holds. Pakistani soldiers in the Balochistan province observed the holiday in relative calm following a temporary ceasefire between opposing forces. The truce comes after a brutal week of clashes that left hundreds dead, providing a brief reprieve for residents to mark the end of the holy month.
Malaysia is ramping up national security and economic monitoring as escalating tensions in the Middle East threaten to disrupt domestic stability. Prime Minister Dato Sri Anwar Ibrahim confirms the police, armed forces and the National Security Council are on high alert following recent attacks between Israel and Iran. Speaking from Bukit Mertajam, the Prime Minister warns the global crisis, which has now reached civilian areas, is no longer just a foreign issue, but a direct threat to Malaysia's recovery.
Saya tegaskan sekali lagi, ini penting untuk jaga negara kita dalam keadaan tekanan ekonomi dan keselamatan negara sangat berat.
Anwar says he is in direct contact with world leaders, including counterparts from Iran, Saudi Arabia, Qatar, Turkey, and India, to address the growing fallout from recent missile and drone strikes. Meanwhile, the Prime Minister is slamming critics for politicizing rising fuel prices, stating the surge is beyond government control. With recent attacks disrupting critical oil and gas routes in the Strait of Hormuz, global crude prices have skyrocketed.
Ada orang lagi guna kesempatan ini dalam keadaan ekonomi jatuh. Minyak tersekat. Bukan salah kita. Ini masalah perang dunia. Masih ada lagi beberapa orang pembangkang maki hamun kita dalam keadaan sekarang. Ini dunia politik ni kadang tak terkawal. Patut semua pakat cari penyelesaian.
The public is being encouraged to use energy and water efficiently and sparingly, especially during the Aidilfitri festive season, which typically sees a spike in consumption of both resources. Deputy Prime Minister Dr. Ahmad Fadillah Yusof said that during festive periods, electricity usage among households usually increases by about 20 to 40% compared to normal levels. He added that water usage is also expected to rise by around 30 to 35% in most states, particularly those that see an influx of people returning home for the celebrations. Fadillah also said that the Ministry of Energy Transition and Water Transformation, PETRA, through SPAN, is targeting a daily per capita water usage of no more than 160 litres, in line with international standards. He suggested several water-saving measures, including fixing internal pipe leaks, using alternative water sources, such as rainwater, for non-essential activities like cleaning outdoor areas, practicing disciplined usage, only running washing machines with full loads, and ensuring taps are properly turned off after use. In addition, reusing clean water such as water from ablution and choosing water-efficient products with 2 or 3-star ratings can help cut monthly bills by an average of up to 50%. On electrical safety, Fadillah also reminded the public to ensure their home wiring is safe and to test residual current devices, RCDS, by pressing the T-test button at least once a month. The Malaysian Communications and Multimedia Commission (MCMC) has released a special Aidilfitri music video titled 19.5 Puasa di Kampung Pisang Selamat Tenet Raya. The video, directed by Amin Khalid, aims to raise public awareness about the dangers of online scams. It also features well-known local actors such as Bel Nasri, Kazar Saisi and Joy Daud. The 18-minute video tells the story of a small-time trader named Bak Japid, played by Aziz M. Osman, who is busy preparing for Hari Raya at his food stall while eagerly waiting his child's return to the village. However, his joy turns into heartbreak when he falls victim to a scam after receiving a suspicious message, resulting in the loss of all his savings in a short period of time. The incident not only disrupts his festive preparations, but also takes a deep emotional toll, as the money he worked so hard to save disappears in an instant. Pak Japid is later supported by his family and the residents of Kampung Pisang, who come together to help him get back on his feet. Through the production of this special video, MCMC reminds the public to stay vigilant when dealing with unknown messages or links, especially during festive seasons when online activity tends to increase. People are also advised not to easily share personal or financial information and to always verify the authenticity of any information before taking action. This initiative is part of MCMC's ongoing efforts to strengthen digital safety awareness among users. The video serves as a reminder that even a small mistake, just one careless click, can lead to significant losses.
Betapa. Gue nggak mungkin jatuh cinta sama mahasiswa gue sendiri.
Kamu nggak ngehindar dari aku gara-gara aku ngelamar Salsya kan?
Welcome back. A horrific two-vehicle collision in SYAWAL leaves 3 people dead and 5 others injured this Friday morning. The crash, which occurred near Kampung Serpong Jingau around 8:30 a.m., involved a Proton X70 and a Baroda Alza. The second vehicle completely consumed by flames. Emergency crews remain on the scene as investigations into the fatal impact begin.
Medical teams confirmed 3 passengers in the Proton X70 died at the scene, a 70-year-old man and 2 young women, both aged 22. 2 young boys from the same vehicle, aged 4 and 6, survived the crash but suffered critical head injuries. They are currently undergoing treatment at Sri Aman Hospital. In the second vehicle, a woman and 2 young boys escaped the place with minor injuries. Sarawak Fire and Rescue officials say the deceased have been handed over to the police as authorities work to clear the wreckage and determine the cause of this tragic accident.
And police in Bau cracked down on illegal drug activity, arresting 8 men during a coordinated morning raid. The operation, known as Ops Tapis, targeted several villages across the district between 5 and 10 a.m. yesterday. District Police Chief Superintendent Muhammad Haidi Rahman says all 8 suspects tested positive for narcotics following the sweep.
The Narcotics Crime Investigation Department conducted the patrols in Kampung Sibuloh, Kampung Sungai Pinang, Kampung Kandis Baru, and Kampung Melayu Siniawan. These suspects, aged between 20 and 50, now face charges under the Dangerous Drugs Act. If convicted, the individuals could face stiff penalties for drug consumption. Authorities vow to continue these targeted raids to clean up local communities and disrupt drug networks in the region.
And get all the updates you need all in one app as TVS Inspire brings you live updates on events, news and programs. Available now on the Apple App Store and Google Play Store. TVS Inspire, whenever, wherever. Those were the updates on TVS Nightline. I'm March2026. Thank you for watching and Selamat Hari Raya.